right, let's have a look in the basement, where we find all these old boxes with stuff from the past. Let's see what we got. Wow, Jux Records. Released on the 26th of October 2006. Live at Whoomp in Tokyo. Interesting. So basically, in order to share all these experiences and memories I have to go through my own memories. So I have to go through old boxes and everything. Elevator catalog in 2015. They put me on the cover. Loads and loads of photos. Black Asteroid, Tommy47, DJ Emerson. My biggest fans, Arthur and Aggie. Since 20 years we've been partying together. Whoa! That is actually a picture from the old Tresor. That is actually the old Tresor. This is downstairs. This was the bank where people put their money in. This is so cool. There's one other story that I can tell you from Tresor. I sometimes say that was the night where I understood techno. Sundays at Tresor was always the sort of the final day and night, and it was incredible there. Since it was so humid downstairs, it was so full, it was so humid that Oliver Bondzio was afraid of his record sleeves getting wet. And I remember I was upstairs in the office, and he came in the office and said, like, no way I'm playing down there. It's just way too wet. It's way too foggy. It's way too hot. It was so hot and so foggy down there, and so little oxygen in a way that you could not even light a cigarette. When we were smoking a joint, one of us always had to run upstairs, lighten the joint, and come back down because it was literally that crazy. The people in the office like, well, Chris, do you have your records with you? And I'm like, of course I have my records right in the hotel. And it's just like I ran back, got my records. And I remember I played till 11 in the morning on the Monday together with Klaus, Good Groove. And then the night closed and I walked upstairs and I opened the door and I saw the sun, and I seriously remember that was the moment where I said to myself, I fully understood techno right now. What is this? Wow. More pictures. Christmas party, December 1996. My old spin club in Gießen. That's the flyer from there. Mayday. Omen flyer. Distillery Leipzig. Probably the club in Germany which is still running. And the first time I played there was in December 1996, and I actually still play there. This is still going. Wow, so cool. These were great presents from friends, from fans. So amazing. Phil Kieran, Speedy J, Adam Bayer. This is all like at least 15 years ago. Ben Sims, Speedy J playing live. Wow, party people. Old Groove magazine with the Frankfurt crew back in the days. This is from December, January 2000, 2001. So exactly 20 years ago. Monika Kruse still looks the same today. Frank Lorber. Honestly, I have no clue who this is. I don't remember this. Oh, what? It's Ellen Alien. My God. That's me, looking weird. Tony Rios. More magazines. Really, really bad press pictures from back in the days. Like really bad. I'm not going to show you those. Fine Audio Recordings, my label back in the days, with Monika again doing a mix compilation for my label. But not only Monica, there was a mixed compilation by Gail San. That must have been 98 maybe. Whoa! These are really rare, these things here. This is an old Omen flyer. Again, Omen Frankfurt. In this month, for example, I was playing twice. March 7th with Good Groove, March 21st together with Frank Lorber, and maybe, who knows what year that was, maybe 96, maybe 97, one of those years. Actually in the Omen I was one of the very last people to leave the club. When the Omen closed down, we have that party footage somewhere. I actually looked at that a couple of days ago. Where Sven is dancing outside, where the street was filled with people. And I remember I did not want to leave the club, and it was probably Monday morning or something like this, and I was one of the very last people to just walk out of this place. Like literally behind me, someone from the city just closed down closed the door. Shall we open another box? There's more boxes somewhere. By the way, if I haven't mentioned that yet, a new album is going to come out, or is coming out, on Mute Records in 2021, which I just finalized together with my lovely partner Ralf Hildenbeutel. And this time actually Daniel Miller also co-produced the album. So, Audio, my old label, Fine Audio Recordings. Is this already 20 years ago? This is insane. I do have some more boxes upstairs. Let's have a look. Ah. But it's cold and dusty in down here. Follow me. All right. Yeah, I got loads more boxes here. Those old laptops. An Apple G4, and this thing, like that is actually a laptop, which is like 2 kilos or something. Probably still functioning in some sort of sense. We used this for collabs live acts, like Jochen Papst, BDJ and myself, each one had one of those big things. This was hand luggage back in the days. Ah! I think I found a box with some of my old machines that I've been using on tour. And here, these beautiful boxes used to be I think my first record cases that I was traveling with from my very first label, Audio. So let's have a look inside. It's so cool to see. There's a great thing about record boxes, even if they were in the basement. They keep the stuff fresh and clean. Audio, brand new shirt. This is from 1997. That is so cool. Oh, some CDs. My first compilation, the Audio compilation. Still pretty happy with the font and with actually the artwork of it, because it's so timeless and so regular, so normal, so cool. In this box, which still has a luggage tag from Lufthansa on there, June 14th, 1998. Obviously that was the last time I used this box. But inside is my back catalog. Let me see what's here. Audio 10. Huh, Audio 10. I don't even remember Audio 10 is also by me. Let's have a quick listen to Audio 10. I really want to know what's on there. Well, interesting, but what I wanted to show you was Audio 7. Well, Audio 7, the 7th release on my label, was kind of the release, Dandu Groove it was called, which kind of broke my career internationally, because the record became quite famous. Audio 7R. I remember this. It was a remix by James Ruskin, a remix by Oliver Ho, a remix by Andrew Ridgeley, and a remix by Thomas Crome. And the original, let's listen to the original. This is produced in 1997. Nice heavy vinyl, cut at the Exchange in London by Niels. But back in the day, cutting the records was quite an art form, and Niels was the master in cutting the right techno sound, especially when it came to kick drums. And everybody wanted to have that sound. Everybody wanted to have these big kicks. So let's play you a little bit of Audio 7, the record that was so big back in the days. Maybe some of you remember that. I think could be released again today. So that was those times in the late 90s, and as you can see, I have these Omen stickers on there. And 2 weeks ago, I actually, while researching and looking through all stuff, I actually came across this closing, like the closing weekend of the Omen. Was the whole street was closed in front of the Omen. It was the last night of the Omen. Sven was playing, and I remember that Sven was playing like an insanely long set, but I was always kind of in the DJ booth, in and out, and I also had my records there because I was playing here and there too. And I remember that Sven at some point, like multiple times around during that Sunday, he was taking a break, and sometimes he was just telling me like, "Chris, I need a break. Here it is." And I found this video, and I actually found the video in the part where Sven is dancing outside. So obviously I felt like I must be playing inside at the same time. It's all on YouTube. You can find it there. I think it's 10 Years Omen Frankfurt 1998. Here we go. That's legendary Sven dancing outside. And obviously I realized when I looked at the video, I was playing inside. 22 years ago. Yeah, that's out in the street, people dancing. Wait a minute. That is my record. So I'm definitely playing. That is my record. This is all. What? Hold on. This is so funny because this is this record. Where is it? Where do I have it? Audio 11. How sweet is this? So let's have a listen. I do think this is the same record. Hold on. Sounds pretty similar. Video. Vinyl. That's crazy. So the crazy thing about this is it's the first time I actually realize or I see the reaction of the people while I was playing this record 22 fucking years later. Record and original video. So let me show you some of the history of Frankfurt's music. Quite a landmark here. not only for Frankfurt music sound, but also for music history of Germany. Since this was the building where a lot of famous labels had their offices. One of the most famous and most commercially successful one was Logic Records, which is great because they still have the sign here. Also up on the third floor was basically the office space for IQ Harthaus, Sven Feth's label, where I started working in '95 and took care of pressing records and distributing records all over the world for actually what was called the Sound of Frankfurt. This was the office where I was sitting in when DJ Goodgroove came in and asked me if I had time tonight to play at the Omen. That was right up there. Obviously this is a new building, but this here used to be the place where the famous Omen Club was. The entrance was right here. It's nice that they kept the tree, obviously. And when we look at the old footage of when the Omen Club was closing in October 1998, we had a really big party here on this street, and you can see this house still exists, and basically this part still exists. And that was the center of Frankfurt's techno nightlife in the late 90s, mid to the late 90s, actually the whole of the 90s. Pretty special place here. Ooms, ooms, ooms. And when the Omen Club was closing down in October '98, a new club opened up, not too far away from the Omen. It was called U6311, and we're actually standing right on top of the club, since the U6311 was an underground tube station. This was the main entrance to the U6311, and when you look over there, there's another entrance. That was the second room of the club, which we called U-Bar. It was a smaller room, it was kind of like more of an after-hour place as well. And as you can see, it wasn't too far away from the old Omen, but also the U6311 had to close down at some point. But it was a really good time. Well, this was really fun to go back in time and take this journey into the past and look at all these places where the clubs were, and yeah, looking at your own life. And I think it's really, really important sometimes to look back at where you're coming from and also the history of music, to know more about this and to know more about everything. But at the same time, this was the past, and I'm quite happy where I am right now. And I don't really miss these old times because we're here to create new memories every day.